Something's supposed to happen here.
Yes, an MC is supposed to
Oh,
welcome
an MC.
everybody. Welcome.
Oh.
Welcome. Thank you for coming.
That's his polite. No, not me. We would definitely like to welcome all of you here for this great occasion. We're real excited about my gluten-free bakery and my place. And we were honored to do a benefit concert a while back for this. And we're happy to come back and be here for the grand opening ceremony. And I'm glad that you all could be here and be part of this great organization and this momentous occasion. And we're going to kick things off with a song that's called I Believe in Music, but it's really more about the power of love to communicate a difference and for all of us to get along in this world. Mac Davis created it back in the 70s, and the message is just as appropriate today as it was back in the 70s. I believe in music. I believe in love. I believe in music. I believe in love.
You guys can sing with us now.
I could just sit around making music all day long. As long as I'm making music, I know I can't do anybody wrong. Who knows, maybe someday I'll come up with a song that makes people stop their fussing and fighting just long enough to sing along. I believe in music.
Right.
I believe in love. I believe in music. I believe in love. Music is love and love is music. You know what I mean. People who believe in music are the happiest people I've ever seen. Clap your hands, stomp your feet, and shake that tambourine. Lift your voices to the sky, and we love it when you sing.
Come on, everybody.
I believe in music. I believe in love. I believe in music. I believe in love. Universal language and love is the key. Brotherhood, peace, and understanding, and living in harmony. Take your sister by the hand and sing along with me. Lift your voices to the sky, and love it when you sing. I believe in music.
Come on now.
I believe in love.
Don't you believe? Come on.
I believe in music. I believe in love. Don't you know that I believe in love?
Get back in the room. Thank you.
Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Bob Curran. I'm a resident of Henderson, New York. And I'm proud to say that I've been connected with Panya Wadi and Panya Diva and Kay over the 7 years that they've been in our community. I'm especially happy to be here this morning to welcome you all to our ribbon cutting ceremony for the gluten-free bread company. And we have several speakers today, so I'm not going to take up any time, but I would like to introduce our first speaker from the Office of the Governor, Mr. Forrest Gilding.
Thank you, and it's great to be with you this morning on my first day as Western Regional Director for Governor Perdue. I can't imagine a more exciting event to have. It's my first public event today, so good job. So I'm glad to be here. I did speak briefly with my predecessor. She had toured earlier in the year some of the work that my place has been doing. It wasn't gluten-free bread at the time, but she's talking about the work that you all have done to address a critical need in two of our biggest counties in western North Carolina. The governor has talked as she's traveled the state about how inspired she is by examples throughout the state, people who see a need in their community and work to address it. And this has grown from an idea and the community building that goes on. It's not something that anybody can just do. It takes skill and it takes hard work. This is a new undertaking that you all are embarking on today, and I'm excited to take part. I'm excited to learn more about it. But the issue, to the young people who are involved in this, as they work, they'll learn skills that are going to be applicable to any kind of business. Whether it's baking or selling bread, or it's selling feed, or creating entrepreneurship. The skills of how you make payroll, how you manage something, how you comply with all the rules and regulations, and how you keep customers happy and bring people in. That's exciting. And the opportunity to work with Mountain BizWorks and learn that training there, that's critical. And it's critical to our state. It's making a huge difference to fill in the gaps there. So I look forward to learning more today and being here for more celebrations as we go on, and learning about the milestones that each individual who's involved get to pass to go along as they meet their goals and as each of them grows. So thank you for what you're doing, and thank you for letting me be here today.
Well, thank you, Forrest. And our next speaker will be from the North Carolina Department of Commerce, Mr. Bill Payne. Thank you, Bill.
I'm with the North Carolina Department of Commerce. We have a unique role in North Carolina. We have our office in Raleigh that they're a recruiting arm that brings new companies into the state from out of the state or out of the country. And we also have 7 regional offices throughout the state. And our regional office is for Western North Carolina, is in Flexible Airport. There we have 2 of us there. One lady is a recruiter that acts really like Raleigh. She brings companies into the state and the region. And myself, I work with the companies already here, probably existing industries. And I travel around in Western North Carolina visiting companies, very small, with just half a dozen employees, to companies that have 800 or 900 or 1,000 employees. So I visit companies of all sizes and work with them on helping them grow and expand their businesses and create jobs. We have another office up in Boone, North Carolina that does the same thing, and one in Bryson City that does the far western part of the state. This is very exciting for me to be here, and I really do appreciate you inviting me, is that to see a nonprofit like this create jobs and futures for disadvantaged kids and the homeless is really heartwarming. It's so unique that you can control your own destiny by opening up a manufacturing operation. And I mean, this is what this is. That's why I visit our manufacturing operations. and to start a manufacturing operation up to manufacture bread, and at the same time create jobs and income for those folks working in the bakery is it's just highly commendable. And in fact, I look forward to working with you in the future, and maybe we can talk about some services or programs we can bring to you to help you grow your business here. But I think it's commendable for my place and for the gluten-free bread company to start up and manufacture bread and create jobs for those who are going to need jobs. So thank you very much for what you do.
In the spirit of community, I want to acknowledge the fact that we have several ambassadors from the Hendersonville the Henderson County Chamber of Commerce here. So if you all want to just raise your hands and say hi, we appreciate you coming and showing support for this project. And representing the Ambassador Committee, I'd like to present Misty Jones.
Good morning. My name is Mitzi Jones. I'm the Communications Coordinator with the Henderson County Chamber of Commerce. On behalf of the 1,000+ members of the Henderson County Chamber of Commerce, we congratulate Michael and the MySpace organization on the opening of the gluten-free bakery. And we would like to say thank you for your investment in our community. And we feel that you are doing some wonderful things with some of our disadvantaged youth, giving them a opportunity that they might not otherwise have. I understand you're going to have some training in the upstairs office, and that's wonderful because you're investing in our future. And on behalf of the Henderson County Chamber of Commerce, congratulations on the opening, and we understand that once you finish your certification, you'll be the only gluten-free certified bakery in 5 states. Is that correct? Large commercial. Okay, wonderful. So, congratulations.
Well, to introduce Panyawadi is no easy feat. I have met a lot of tenacious people in my life, business people to clergy people to whatever. But Panyawadi is by far the most tenacious, the most resilient, the most strong-minded person I think I've ever met in my life. What I like about her the best, I think, is that well, she is a Buddhist monk who does not proselytize in any way. She represents the inner quality of Buddhism, that being a person who exudes loving kindness. So while some of her methods are a bit unorthodox, everything comes from her heart, and this project is going to succeed. And we owe it all to one person, and that is the Venerable Panyawadi. I'd like her to say a few words on it, please.
Thank you so much. I wanted to say that what you see here today, when we started this campaign, I think it was about 90 days ago, we started fundraising for the bakery. Our goal was $50,000, and what you see is about $35,000 worth of work in the bakery, and we will be, and 4 days of work. As you roll through this and we go into the bakery side, you see 4 days work. I had everybody here working all weekend because we had to straighten out something with our zoning. and that put us behind schedule. So I'm glad we're opening. We will be open by the beginning of December in time for those Christmas orders. Someone asked me where were the kids. They couldn't come today because everybody comes will expect a job, and I can't give a job to all of them. So we're going to start with 5, and within 90 days, when we have all of our contracts up, we will be bringing on another 5. As you know, we still have the Achievers Academy around the corner in the building right next door to where Generation Y is. And we're doing this because we want to bring all of those programs back. These kids need these programs, but we have to have a way to pay for them. And we were so happy that while we were brainstorming with Bob's our strategic planner, he's scared to be on my board, but he's our strategic planner. And we were thinking about what we could do to raise the money and have a sustained source of revenue so that the kids could be responsible for making possible what they need in the community. After all, they're 18 to 22. And it's time to grow up, but we have to nurture them and prepare them for adulthood. And so Fran, Bob's wife, said, you know, we need a gluten-free bakery. And we talked about it some. They got in touch with Helena Cohen, and she developed the recipes, and I'm telling you, it's so yummy, it's to die for. Anybody who's tasted her food knows that's so. Our bakers start within 2 weeks as soon as we get our certificate of occupancy for the bakery, and we're all ready to go. There's so many people that are being possible for me to thank. Everyone who helped me do this. This has been a project that's been on the board for about 6 months. We started raising funds 3 months ago. And I'm leaving Wednesday morning for a month in India. And so I really wanted to be able to thank the community before I left for a month, because when I come back, it will be open. I want to especially thank Michael. Michael is our new executive director. He's been on board for about 2 months. It gives me a chance to do some of the other things that I need to do, and also to continue to fundraise and put programs in place, our expansion programs. We will, Michael will tell you a little bit about that. So I just want to thank everyone today. Is Jamie here? Ah, there he is. Jamie, well, there's no seat for you. Stand up. This is Jamie. Jamie, as you know, is the director of the Chamber of the Mountain BizWorks, and he's helping provide the entrepreneurship training for the youth, and it is also a North Carolina licensed pre-apprenticeship program. To be a baker, you have to have 6,000 hours of baking. Our kids will have 1,500 hours that allows them to be pre-apprentice, and then they can move into an apprenticeship program. Did I leave anybody out? If I did, you know I love you dearly. I thank everyone. I thank my, where are my loafers? Please, just stick your hand up. Whenever you see the white t-shirts, they say, I'm a loafer, ask me why. And if you do, they'll start telling you about Generation Y. One of my dear patrons, I'm sorry, I wasn't supposed to say that, is Reverend Posey. And she's been so helpful every time I was in a crunch emergency. I could call Posey, and Posey would come to our rescue. So I thank you all. These are our board members. There's stick your hand up, Gary, there's Kay, Panyadeepa, and there's our accountant, Rusty. And so it's just a great day. It's just a great day for all of us. It takes about $200,000 a year or more to just run the programs that we had. Michael has been working for going on 3 months, and he's not even on salary yet. So it's been a dedicated team. Nobody in our place has had a salary. We've had no salary employees in 3 years, but we managed to do a lot. We provide housing for 70 kids. We had about 20 kids graduated from high school. We've had 8 kids in our own Achievers Academy if they weren't eligible to go back into the public school system. because of behavioral problems, something like that. In Rutherford County, the DSS even allowed mental health level two students to attend our Achievers Academy, and they went from F's to A's. I'm going to tell you, we have some wonderful kids in this community, and they deserve to be supported, and we are going to support them with housing, with education, and with jobs. So I thank you so much, and look for when our open sign is flashing.
I want to tell you, I'll take them. Our band's going to be playing again soon.
Yes, and we thank you so much. And what's the name of the band?
Pope and Robert and Toby.
Yeah, they've been playing together for 30 or 40 years, I think.
Yeah.
I want to tell you a little story, a quick story about Manyawati and Panyadeepa, our two monks in our community, and the two people that are responsible for my place. I've had a chance to meet a lot of the kids that have come through the program, and I've got to see Manyawati and or Panyadeepa giving up their beds in their bedrooms in their house. They sleep on the floor. Let these kids sleep on their beds. So there's some kind of higher form of humanity in this universe. I think these two people represent that, and they're role models for the rest of us when it comes to giving. So I think one more round of applause. So our last speaker today is really a key person, kind of a gem that came along only about 3 months ago. Michael Akers is the executive director of My Place. He's been working for zero money for the last 3 months. He thought he was going to use his talents in working with youth, and he's found himself in the bread business all of a sudden. So he's made kind of a full circle here. But I'd like Michael, our executive director, to say a few words about My Place and what's going on.
Well, I can be thankful for all of you. Thank you for coming again. It's a pleasure having so many people. I was in this warehouse, a bunch of construction workers, and it was empty, and now it's filling up with wonderful energy of people. I want to talk a little bit about what we're about to do in this program. So up here we're going to have our online high school program. So that's where all the teachers are going to teach our kids, and it's going to be especially for the ones that are not succeeding in high school or at risk of being homeless. They'll work on an online high school program, which is equivalent. We don't want to mess with GED. We want the original high school program for them to have, so they can go anywhere after they're finished. Hopefully, we'll be at some point able to pay some teachers to assist them with that. At this point, we'll probably use volunteers for that. I came from Czech Republic, and I really believe in social justice. And when I started working in a group in Fiska Forest, I worked with mental health kids for about 3 years, anything from Asperger's to major depressive disorder, and that's really the population we're talking about, we're working with. All the homeless kids have not had the background of having the chance to make it. They didn't have the role models that we have all had growing up. They didn't have the resources. Some days they didn't know where they're going to sleep. Most of the time they didn't know what they're going to eat in the next meal. So I'm glad that I had had a chance to have all those privileges, and most of you have too. So I believe that they deserve a chance to make something out of themselves. And we have the leverage to offer them, which is, with the current generation, the biggest leverage you can have is money. They understand money, and really, we can use that as a leverage to get what we want as a society, and get what they need to be full members of society. So if we can get them motivated to work and receive a paycheck, and The only thing they'll be required to do, they'll have to go and finish their high school diploma in order to receive a certification from Department of Labor. So that's the leverage there. So we want them to have high school diploma, they want to have a paycheck. So that's our goal. And also, you know, as you know, with most of those kids, probably, there might be some that will make it through college, but if at least they can get a, you know, a business background, understanding how businesses work, then they maybe open up a bike shop, or even if they don't ever bake again, they have had the chance to understand basic, you know, business stuff. And also, you know, mindfulness, stress reduction through a mindfulness-based training, they'll be a part of it. And I think anybody in the community can use that for companies that need to know how to deal with their employees and how to get along and get most done on the shortest amount of time. So again, I want to thank all the volunteers. It wouldn't have happened if we didn't have all the people we had to help make this happen. I still smell the fingers. All right, thank you very much. And,
There's one more person I'd like to acknowledge, kind of an unsung hero that many of you don't know or maybe haven't met because she stays in the background most all the time. Her name is Kay Meckley. Kay is the lady in the white stand, Kay.
I'm a loafer.
Kay has done an incredible amount to get my place going, to get the monks established in the community in terms of everything from bookkeeping to cooking to making beds to financially supporting this project. So she is truly a hero in my mind. I appreciate her as well as I know you all do, all her friends. And if anyone would like to say anything from the audience, you're welcome to say a word or two. If not, that's okay. And I think I'd like to introduce Julia Gaunt next, because we're going to release some doves. And
It was suggested that we might step out here. Do you have other music before that?
all right, you want us
We'll
like
step out outside here.
near the garage door area there?
Yes.
Okay, great. So let's exit it. Oh, it looks like a ribbon cutting before the doves. So where are we going to do that?
So I need everyone who would like to be in a ribbon cutting picture to gather by the door.
Oh.
then in case we might want to do it on the other side, so we have enough space.
Okay, and then
I can make a simple statement, and a person has difficulty just accepting the statement. What I said, you know, and they want to call me later and say, about what you said today, is the reason because of this or because of that? Are you trying to say, no, I'm just